What's up? How are you guys doing? This is Sunko. Today is 2022, February 10th, and uh, I cannot believe today is February 10th. Time flies indeed, right? Uh, I turned on YouTube Live early because I wanted to do YouTube Live as soon as possible. I mean, today is a bit faster than what I used to do. Mm. And just like the other days, I'm going to briefly go over the stories of stock and see what we can find. Okay. Mm. Let's go to Yahoo Finance and see what we have. I knew some of the stock was gonna go up soon, but it's way more than what I had thought it would be. I mean, overall, today we got 12% up by Upstart Holdings, and Upstart Holdings it's 12% up. 12% up and 5% up by Meta Platforms. Zscaler is up by 3%. Unity Software is up by 7%. Mm. Airbnb and Fubo TV is up by 10%. Skills is up by 12%. Mm. It looks like it's about time that we should trade, right? Mm. Emphasis Energy is up by 12%. Mm. Energy Teladoc Health is up by 8%. Fever International is up by 7%. Three stocks you'll be glad you bought at these prices. Downturns in the market can be stressful for investors. For Airbnb, Teladoc Health, and Raffin, market sell-off has dragged their shares down significantly from their 52-week highs. But the results they are putting up tell us different story. Hmm. When Airbnb reported third quarter earnings in November, the headline numbers were impressive. Buying these stocks now could make you very happy when you look through the rear view mirror at 2022. Airbnb. When Airbnb reported third quarter earnings in November, the headline numbers were impressive. Revenue reached $2.2 billion, a 67% increase year over year. Net income soared 280% to $834 million. The company's user metrics were strong as well. Nights and experiences booked rose 29% to $80 million, while gross booking value reached $11.9 billion. The company is also seeing some trends that bode well for future visits. Long-term stays of 28 days or more are on the rise, both in terms of type of trip and a percentage of nights booked. During the quarter, these long-term stays accounted for 20%. Uh, at the time of this writing, shares of Airbnb are trading for 20 times sales. This is around where the stock was priced in the summer of 2021. Teladoc, unfairly labeled as a pandemic stock, the Teladoc has had a rough go of it, with shares down 74% over the past year. You could forgive investors for assuming this was all a result of the return to in-person doctor visits over the past several months. However, a closer look reveals the business is doing just fine. Third quarter revenue increased 81% and total visits jumped 37% year over year. There was also an important boost in high margin access fees revenue, which grew to 87% of the top line. Teladoc wants to be a holistic health solution for its customers. To that end, 70% of Teladoc's bookings in 2021 were multi-product sales, compared to just 50% in the previous year. This means more customers are turning to Teladoc for multiple treatments. Raffen is trying to disrupt one of the most established industries around real estate. By building a business around agents who work on salary as opposed to commissions, Raffen is able to charge sellers a commission between 1% and 1.5% as opposed to the traditional 2.5% to 3%. While the early days of the pandemic were very challenging, it looks that everything starts really, really, really good, right? What to expect from jobless claims? Twitter misses ad revenue and user growth estimates. The green SPAC bubble is bursting. Mix Vaseline and toothpaste and wash. What happens? It's advertisement. Close some tabs at the top, and U.S. stocks Wall Street ends sharply higher, lifted by big tech. Strong insider buying could indicate a bottom in these two stocks. ARK Invest stocks buy and watch 7 stocks that Kathy Wood's ARK ETFs own. Dow closes 300 points higher, but tech-related stocks lead the rally on Wall Street as bond yields stabilize. Stock futures waver ahead of inflation data, too strong by dividend stocks with at least 8% dividend yield. Global markets, global stocks rise on strong earnings, tech sector strength. Zebra Technologies hurdles quarter 4 goals, stumbles with outlook. Warren Buffett stocks, Microsoft Apple stocks among 23 stocks on the screen. Alaf Group is forging ahead with an IPO. Healthy is Novavax stack a buy after asking the FDA to U.S. stocks S&P 500 also climb over 1% on tech. Earnings boost. Datadog stock pops on earnings beat. Guidance amid Amazon partnership. The stocks are bouncing back. Here's why. U.S. stock futures mostly lower as investors wait for consumer price index reported. Facebook parent Meta falls behind Nvidia. Will high inflation data kill the stock market balance sheet? What investors want to see? Stock market actually gains as bullish earnings lift stocks. If you're a wage earner, you're going to fall behind. The Axe Fat Insider warns of difficult few years due to inflation. A top banker received a $20 million bonus after four firms made him job offers as Wall Street goes to extremes to recruit and retain talent. A top banker received a $20 million bonus after four firms made him job offers as Wall Street goes to extremes to recruit and retain talent. Stock market is starting to show signs of cracking, bursting. Harvard electoral. This company makes money purchasing properties and renting them back. Its stock is a buy. You probably own more plunging stocks than you think. Gold range bound as investors race for U.S. inflation data. Democrats propose gas tax holiday. Europe is terrified of semiconductor relevance. Now its tech champion is calling for a massive new alliance. Global market stocks rise and investors put aside rate hike fears. Hash fund short sellers reloading after year in the rally crosshairs. Coleman arms grocery app seeking $1 billion in Korea IPO sources say. Okay, U.S. stocks Wall Street and sharply high lifted by big tech. CVS drops on Dow bid outlook. Wall Street jumped on Wednesday, closing sharply higher as mega cap growth stocks powered up thanks to a pause in rising interest rates, and upbeat earnings reports also encouraged investors to buy. The benchmark 10-year U.S. Treasury yields slipped from multi-year highs hit in the previous session, helping steady sentiment across global markets and boosting demand for growth stocks. Meta platforms surged more than 5%, ending four sessions of deep declines that saw it lose almost a third of its value. The biggest boost to the S&P 500 came from NVIDIA, up 2.2%, and Microsoft, up 6.4%. All 11 S&P 500 sector indexes rose, led by 2.45% jump in real estate. The bond market basically is saying there's a cap or a limit to how much the Fed is likely to raise rates, and that is very positive for stocks in general, and especially for growth stocks that tend to be valued higher. Hmm. Said Tim Grisky, senior portfolio strategist at Ingalls Center in New York. Strong insider buying could indicate a bottom in these two stocks. We saw large market declines as 2022 got started. But the real story was the increase in volatility, especially at the beginning of February when the market losses leveled off. Daily trading was characterized by strong swings up and down. It's a situation that puts a burden on investors to recognize the right time to buy in for optimal profits. The key is not to try and time it on daily trading, but to look at longer trends and future predictors. The key is not to try and time it on daily trading, but to look at longer trends and future predictors. One place to find indicators toward a stock's near to mid-term performance is the buying history of its insiders. Buying history of its insiders. These are the corporate officers who steer their companies and know the day-to-day workings of the firms. This knowledge puts them on an inside track when it comes to trading their own company stocks, but market regulators require them to publish these trades as a way to level the field. Retail investors can watch those published insiders' moves. They bring some insightful data point to the trading table. Hmm. Investors can look to these moves using TipRanks Insider's hashtags tool. We've used that tool to do just that, find a couple of stocks whose price has dropped over the past year. And that drop has coincided with some informative buy insider trades. Let's talk a closer look. One is Rocket Pharmaceuticals, and the other is Azak Company. Let's look at this Azak Company. For the second stock, we're looking at where it will shift our view to the construction industry. Azak is a manufacturer of outdoor living products. Watch 7 stocks. Cathy Wood's R ETF zone, Tesla. The ARK investment company flash fund is ARK Innovation ETF, focused on companies that exhibit disruptive innovation and technology-enabled new products or service that potentially changes the way the world works. Game changers. The ARK fund's huge gain in 2020 resulted from big stock success stories in cutting-edge tech areas, DNA sequencing, robotics, artificial intelligence, energy storage, and blockchain technology. Disruptive innovation is often not priced correctly by traditional investment strategies because people may not understand how big the ultimate opportunities are going to be. They aren't sizing the opportunity and they aren't analyzing the disruption. Wood, the founder and CEO of Art Invest, commented on the company's website. Because people may not understand how big the ultimate opportunities are going to be. Amid the current stock market uptrend, according to IBD's market outlook, investors should focus on buying top stocks, breaking out past correct buy points. Coinbase Global, DraftKings, Roku, Block, Tesla, Teladoc Health, and Zoom Video. MPLX will soar in the energy industry. MPLX is in the energy industry. And second one we have is new residential investments. It's another territory wise company. Warren Buffett stocks. Okay, Steve. Okay. Wall Street's main index rallied on Wednesday, with high growth stocks gaining as a recent rally in Treasury yields paused, while investors took comfort from upbeat earnings reports, signs of easing tensions in Ukraine. Datadog stock popular earnings beat guidance Amazon partnership. Datadog stock propped. Okay, I'm really getting tired today. I'm just gonna go every articles briefly for last moment, and then I'm going to sum it up, and we can see you guys next time. Tech stars are bouncing back. Here's why. Let's see what's why. Technology stocks are rebounding this week from the harsh sell-off. The stars appear to be aligning for a move higher in these stocks for now. Technology-heavy Nasdaq Composite has risen more than 73% this week as it tries to work its way out of correction territory. The index is still down about 10% from its November 19 all-time high, though it has fallen as much as 17% from that level in late January. The correction has been driven mostly by rising bond yields. As markets expect the Federal Reserve to lift interest rates to combat high inflation, the Fed will also soon reduce the size of its balance sheet, which means it will drive less money into the bond market. Another factor dragging down bond prices, lifting yields. The 10-year Treasury yield hit a pandemic era, closing high of 1.96% on Tuesday. These are the three main factors helping kickstart tech stocks recovery. The first is that bond yields are taking a break from surging. The 10-year yield stepped back from its Tuesday high, trading recently at 1.94%. While this is still an elevated level, investors are likely pleased to see the yield finally go somewhere besides up. It could also be a signal that tech stocks valuations are almost finished plummeting. The Nasdaq aggregate Meta falls behind Nvidia. Continued to slide on February 8th and has now dropped so much in the past week that the company is worth less than chipmaker Nvidia Corp. Meta shares dropped 0.1% to close at $220. Will hot inflation data kill the stock market bounce? What investors want to see? Signs of cracking and bursting in Harvard Electoral, explosive growth in passive trading, a fear of missing out, and a blind faith in celebrity CEOs have contributed to froth in high growth tech names, according to Harvard Electoral and renowned writer Vikram Masrani, now the author who made the name Spotting Market Bubbles in his book. Boom's Boschology, Spotting Financial Bubbles Before They Burst, says another one may be about to pop. Oh, okay. Tonight I'm so really tired, so I'll just end it right now, and then I can see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye bye.